Hello everyone, Specter here and welcome to Star Citizen. Today is the 2954 IAE Day 7, which is the day for the Drake Interplanetary ships. So again, I will only go through all the newer ships, so yeah, let's get to it. In front of you, this is a Cutter Scout, which is a scout ship variant of the Cutter series. From the outside, it's really hard to tell which one is which one until you look at the V2 engines because their design will be different from each other. This one comes up with two smaller engines while the Cutter with a single larger engine. From the interior, you only can fit 2 SU worth of cargo in here, and you got an extra engineering or radar station. It should be radar station in here, which you will operate the radar plating on top of it. As same as the other Drake ships, comfort is not something that will apply to their ships, so it means that you need to stand here to operate the radar. For the habitation area will be similar to the Cutter, which you got a bed, locker over there, and also there's a bathroom in here. In front of here will be the pilot seat, which is the place for you to control the ship, of course. Basically, this ship is quite cheap. If you talk about purchasing in the game, I think it's less than 1 million credits in the game. You can feel free to fly it around if you really want to try it out. And also, if you want to purchase the ship, for Warborn price would be $45 US dollars, while the standalone price would be $50. But as same as usual, I would suggest you to fly around first before you purchase it with real cash. So let's move on. The second ship I'm going to talk about will be this Cutter Rambler, which is an expedition type of Cutter series ship. So compared to the other Cutter series, you got a very big headlight in here, different style of the V2 engine, as well as extra fuel tank on top of, on the back of the ship in here, and these funny, tail wings in here. In the interior, unlike the other Cutter series, you can't really fit any kind of vehicles inside, I believe, because, well, it's smaller. And also you can only fit 2 SU worth of cargo in here. But compared to the other Cutter series, you got a bigger habitation area, as well your character need to travel a long journey. Of course, you need to have a better living quality. Although it says better, it's just comparing to the other two Cutter series, of course. You got a kitchen area for making food in the future. And you got some suit locker as well as gun racks in here. And also you have an extra jump seat in here, which you can let your friend to come alongside. And again, this cockpit for your pilot, yourself. So yeah, it's similar to the Cutter series, the other Cutter series, generally speaking. Okay, so this ship itself only sold for less than 1 million in-game credits. I forgot the exact price for both the Scout and this Rambler, but well, it's relatively cheap comparing to the other flyable ship, of course, because these are the starter ship after all. With real cash price, Warborn would be 45 US dollars, and 50 would be standalone price. Okay, let's move on. And now we are looking at the Drake Corsair, which is a medium freighter according to the website. So this ship is relatively new, but it's not that new because it's over a year already. But why I need to talk about it, I will talk about it later. But anyway, this ship is quite unique because you got 3 wings in here, 2 on this side, the other one will be on the other side. These wings, just need to tell you guys, it's very fragile, so during combat it's easily to be come off. It means you need to spend some time on repairing on those wings as well, which is very annoying every time. You will lose a weapon because of that. Now you have multiple ways to, more than one way I would say, to get into the ship. One is via this cargo ramp, the other one would be the elevator over there. But just bear in mind, because the elevator sometimes it bugged. One time it bugged and trapped me inside, which is not very nice. So that's why we'll use one of the way that is safest right now, which is the ramp. The ramp will lead you to the cargo bay, which can house 72 SCU of cargo. But if you use some sort of like your creativity, then you can fit more things inside, although those cargo will not be secured. And in here, it will be the engineering station, which you got a lot of different kind of components, which easy for you to repair when things go sideways. But just a question, because these components are relatively large while the corridor itself is relatively narrow, so it's very hard to tell when they taken off this button, which is this vehicle button. Then what should we do? Like we can simply use tractor beams to do that, to change components of course, but the fun fact is that it's quite hard to navigate in here with those tractor beams and also extra like ship's component in here, right? So maybe it still work, but just annoying. And on the right hand side of the ship, you got an airlock, which you got some gun racks in here, suit lockers, and also some other lockers as well. I'm not so sure what kind of thing is this, but maybe gun racks as well. I'm not so sure. And at the front here would be habitation area, which for your crew to eat and drink in here. Usually you come up with a very special bottle in here, but now being taken out by someone probably. Now you got the toilet over there, by the way, similar to the Cutlass Red. And you got separate crew quarters in here, which is very rare for Drake ships, because usually they will have like they want people to stuck in the same area, right? But for this one here, each one of them got their own quarter, which is very nice. And here is an elevator. You can use it to exit the ship or reach to the top of the ship. But as I said, if things are bugged, then well, congratulations, you're stuck inside. Over here will be those two gunner seats that can house, that can control twin mounted laser repeaters, which is size 2s, I believe. And you got a extra captain quarter in here. This is a co-pilot seat, which will be lowered down underneath the pilot seat to control some of those guns in here, as well as enter the remote turret as well to help defend the upper part of the ship. And in here you can see the pilot seat. Now, the main reason why I need to talk about the ship is because CIG decided to change something on top of the ship. Now, it used to be a very powerful ship, which many players use it for higher-end bounty hunting missions. But it turns out CIG decided to nerf it. It's supposed to come up with multiple size 5 weapons. I believe that is 4 size 5s. That can be controlled by the pilot. But now they nerfed it into 4 size 4s only. And I believe that some of the guns are no longer being controlled by the pilot as well, which makes a lot of players like unhappy about that. This ship itself in the game, it costs around 6 to 7 million, about 7 million in-game credits, which is quite expensive. But still, if you want to test it out, try it out, feel free to. I strongly suggest people to do so before they spend real cash money on it. if you really like the ship and you want to purchase the ship, it's around 250 US dollars and 220 war bond if I didn't memorize it wrongly. Okay, let's move on. And finally, underneath the showroom, you can see there's a Drake Ironclad in here. So this is one of the newer concept ships that's released within this year. Basically a few months ago, probably. It's a bigger brother of the Caterpillar, as well as the heavily armored transport. So this thing is very huge because it can hold around 1500 SCU worth of cargo, and also you can get multiple snuff fighters or even fighters inside of the cargo hold of the ship. And according to CitizenCon, as well as previous video for CIG, it seems like this ship is in progress right now, work in progress, and it will be launched around next year. So this ship probably need to be multi-crewed, although potentially you can move this ship with one person, which is the pilot, which is yourself. But if you want it to be like fully manned, you need to be at least 6 personnel on board. Well, obviously you need more people because this is a very big ship. If you need to like load up all the cargoes, you definitely need more people with you. And also, this thing is very, very expensive as well. It is about 400 for war bond price, 400 US dollars for war bond price, and also 450 for standalone price as a concept ship, of course. So basically, this is a very, very unique and also amazing ship, according to, in my opinion. Alright, so that's it for today's video about all the Drake ships in for the 2954 day 7. I hope you enjoy, and I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.